Hello, Wilbert. My name is David Begnaud with CBS News. How you doing?
Doing just fine.
Nice to meet you.
Well, coming up on CBS Mornings, it's a new series where lead national correspondent David Begnaud has been given a challenge. Go to the airport, where his producer then gives him a surprise ticket to some city in the U.S. And then once he lands, he has 48 hours to find a special story. So his first stop is in Savannah, Georgia. And David will introduce you to all the people he meets along the way. And David joins us right now. Good morning. First of all, I am such a big fan. There are so many stories you do where I pull out the tissues, and I feel like we might see some of those. But, how did this all come about?
Thank you, love. I appreciate you saying that. Look, the producers came to me and they were like, you want a challenge? I was like, yeah, I love surprising people and I love being surprised. So they're like, all right, Begnaud, go to the airport. We're going to give you a ticket. You find out and then you fly there. But here's the catch. When you get there, you have only 48 hours. And look, from being in the storytelling business like I am, that we set up stories from the newsroom or the road, right? So we call ahead. Are you available? Do you want to do the story with us? This was about who can you find. So over the course of this story, you're going to see the folks we ran into, the food we had, the random strangers on the street we met. And then the one man who somebody said, David, who you ought to go meet, it's that guy. Sure enough, when we stopped by on the first day, he had already gone home. So my crew looked at me and they were like, well, if he's not here tomorrow, then what are we going to do with it? The clock is ticking. And we held ourselves to that clock. It just makes for a great time to find the most ordinary stories, right? The most everyday stories that if I was in a newsroom picking a story, I would not have picked that story that I'm going to tell this morning. But I'm so grateful I got to tell it because of the randomness of introducing myself, running into him, and being able to tell it.
I love that so much. I love the fact, too, that you're just stepping into a community, not really knowing anybody and just trying to find that one person that really makes a difference probably in that area or that neighborhood. What's the reaction to when you tell people, hello, I'm David from CBS. Can I chat with you?
Well, look, people love it. You had folks running up to me on the street because they recognized me on television. But Mr. Boyce, the man who I meet sitting in front of the barber pole in Savannah, he didn't know who the heck I was. In fact, he was kind of like, I think he wondered if I wanted a shoe shine. All right, that's all I'm telling you. That's the tease about Mr. Boyce. But it's great because I had never been to Savannah. I'm a Southern boy, so I get to experience another Southern town. If you haven't been to Savannah, go. It is fabulous. But I think as we do this, by the way, I'll give you a little sneak peek. We're in Providence, Rhode Island today on our second part of this adventure. So the great thing about this is going to be just landing somewhere in America. And I think people are going to start coming up to me and saying, are you looking for a story? Because I got one for you.
Oh, David, I really hope that happens. And what a really amazing idea. All right. Thank you so much. We cannot wait to check it out. You can catch the first episode at 7 o'clock on CBS Mornings right here on CBS News Bay Area.